after having seen the way we came back the second half, I don't know that any words or anything that can be said about missing this opportunity. But I will say this, I did see the team against a really outstanding team, great player. And players too, but I saw this team really didn't stop competing all the way. The last took really some outstanding plays to have us sitting in this locker room like that. And so I know now that this team is capable of playing all the way through this thing.
Obviously, we got them in a favorable situation for us after the sack, and he's a big-time player, and one of the things he's best at is the ability to extend plays, and in that particular situation, he was able to go left and find the tight end down the sideline. He made a big-time throw and made a great catch and put him in position. This game was so indicative of the kind of men we have on our team and what they've done all year long. A lot of different adversity, just to overcome it. Nobody blinked. Everybody just kept playing. Obviously, we got ourselves in a great position at the end of the ball game to win it.
What was your decision to clock the ball there on your game-tying field goal there with about 50 seconds to go? Why did you decide to clock it rather than play it out and hold the timeout?
We just felt like that was the right thing to do at that time. Keeping a timeout to be able to kick a field goal is really important if you can do it. So in those situations, when you make a first down, we believe you clock it there so you keep that timeout in your back pocket. Obviously, in that situation, we're trying to go down and score a touchdown. So you want to keep as much time on the clock as you can. And then if the clock is going and you need a timeout to get yourself in field goal range, you have that one still available to you. We talk a lot about the word fight. Fight's a really important word for us. It's the foundation of our entire program. It's fighting to be your best. It's fighting to live up to the standards that have been set, high standards. But maybe more importantly, it's fighting for each other. And I told our team afterwards that these last 3 hours demonstrated who we are. The challenge in a game like this is to come in and be who you are for 3 hours. At the end of the day, if you walk out of here and you say, we represented ourselves and we were who we are, I think you can feel good about it. You can get your eyes forward and get your shoulders back. And there's no question in my mind, our coaching staff's mind, that we did that today. It wasn't perfect. We didn't coach a perfect game. We didn't play a perfect game. There's a lot of things we're going to look at and want to do differently. Quarterback, at the end of the day, they're going to talk about that guy as, one of the top 3 quarterbacks who ever laced him up. He's an outstanding football player. Someone said earlier this week, he's been hot for the last 7 or 8 weeks. He's been hot since 2008. And he's a great football player. And every time the ball is snapped, it's a challenge to contain him.
Prescott played in his first playoff game. Certainly he didn't cower in the moment.
He was fantastic. I thought he handled the situation well. And again, when you're down 21-3, really easy to start getting out of yourself and start doing things that are uncharacteristic. And I thought Scott Linehan did a great job just keeping everybody in rhythm. I thought Dak did a really good job executing. The guys around him made plays. Dez made plays. Whit made plays. Zeke got going as the game went on. So, in so many ways it was positive. Not the ideal start, but again, the guys battled back and demonstrated who they are.
Unsportsmanlike penalty on Bryce Butler. Can you explain that and what happened there?
Yeah, unfortunately what happened was apparently he went into the huddle, came out of the huddle, and then he went back into the huddle. And apparently that's an unsportsmanlike penalty and it cost you 15 yards. That was a critical play early on in the second drive. I think we made a big play to Terrence Williams on it, so it ended up being about a 30 or 40-yard penalty. And obviously we didn't handle that situation well enough. I've never seen that called before. I just thought he did such a good job in his preparation this week. And, for Dez, it's physical preparation, it's mental preparation, but it's also emotional preparation. He's one of those guys that, that wants to make a difference in the ball game for our team. And I just thought he did such a great job channeling all his energy and made a huge impact, play after play after play throughout the ball game. Scored a couple touchdowns, made a couple other big receptions to keep us going in drives. So he's a big-time player, and there's no question he showed up today. I actually think it had a positive impact. You earn that by being the #1 seed, and we were banged up at the end of the year, and we got a lot of guys healthy, and I thought that was positive for our team. Well, I just think if you look at our roster, we've built the team in such a way. We've got a lot of young guys who are cornerstone players for us, and I think the mix of youth and guys who are in the prime of their careers and some veteran guys has really been beneficial to the chemistry of the football team. I think some of the veteran guys who've been around here and understand how we want to do things have such a positive impact on the younger guys. So what we have to do is we have to get away from it a little bit. We'll look back and evaluate it. We'll look for ways we can get better from a personnel standpoint, from a scheme standpoint, how we can coach them better, how we can do things better. And that evaluation will start here in the next few weeks, and we'll get our eyes forward on 2017. I'm just so proud to be a part of the circle of the men that are in that locker room. And unfortunately, we didn't win the ball game. But the way they played, the way they competed, the way they fought, I just can't tell you how proud I am to be a part of them. And unfortunately, we didn't get the job done today. We're going to learn from this. This will be fuel going forward.
Yeah, I mean, that's just something we practice every week, just a 2-minute drill. In that situation, we had one timeout, I think over a little over a minute on the clock, and we executed. We did a good job of getting field goal range. Obviously, want to score a touchdown to put the pressure on the defense. Put the pressure on the other offense to go score a touchdown. But yeah, I mean, I think as low as they could get at this point. I mean, this is a terrible feeling. Yeah, we're going to keep fighting. We kept believing in each other. We kept believing in making that next play, believing defense is going to make stops, offense is going to make touchdowns, and keep us in the game. And, I mean, we did that all the way there to the end. Yeah, we don't give up. We're not going to stop no matter what the score is, no matter the game, and it shows the true character of this team. I mean, right now, I mean, you want to go back, you want to look at this film, and that's going to suck doing that. But once we put that behind us, yeah, I think it's nothing but good things looking forward and what this team can do.
Did you take anything from watching Aaron Rodgers do what he did out there today?
Yeah, a bunch. I mean, he's an incredible quarterback. I mean, 90% of his throws are him getting out of the pocket and making things happen. It's incredible watching him. Obviously, in this circumstance, but, I mean, he's a hell of a quarterback. I mean, that's something Aaron Rodgers does. He was out of the pocket, guy in his face, and just, I mean, delivered a dime on the sideline, and Cook did just as good of a job as keeping his feet in. It was an incredible play. I mean, it was a great atmosphere. I mean, AT&T was amazing today. The fans and just, I mean, it was a great game all the way around. Just hates to be on the losing end, obviously, but it's just games that I dreamed of a little kid of playing in and plan to play in many more of them. We're never going to give up. We're going to keep fighting. We believe in each other. We've got a lot of faith in what we can do as individuals and collectively as a team. And I think that's the biggest thing we can take away from this game is when we believe in ourselves and we keep pushing, we've got a chance no matter what. I mean, I'm anxious to play football every day. So for me, it's going to be important for me to get a little break from it, but come back refreshed, ready to go, and help this team get ready this offseason. Zeke was Zeke. I mean, that chip on his shoulder is always there, but you noticed it a little bit in some of his runs, adding a little spin move here and there, just doing some great things. And, I mean, he's a great running back and excited for a long future with him. The offense is young for the most part. I mean, my eyes, and the playmakers we've got, some guys in their prime, some guys coming along with me and Zeke first year. So, I mean, yeah, excited to get back at it, see what next year team's going to be like when it's all put together.